This is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. Looking at the MACDs, the moving averages, the day's support, resistance and pivot levels and the Fibonacci's. It is Monday the 12th of April. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against the US dollar and the hourly candlesticks, been a choppy start to the day. Gonna need to see Bitcoin move back through the pivot at 60.021 to take a run at the first major resistance level sitting at 67.33. We need to see support from the broader market for Bitcoin to break back through to 6,700 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 61,000 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Bitcoin target the March swing high 61,699 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 61,435. Failure to move back through the pivot would bring the first major support level at 59,319 into play. Barring an extended itself on the day, Bitcoin should stay clear of the second major support level, sitting at 58,607. Looking at the MACDs, we had a bullish cross late yesterday, but nothing conclusive to provide direction through the early part of the morning, so need to keep an eye on that. On the EMAs, also inconclusive, the 50 holding its ground against the 100 and the 200. So keep through the early part of the day, move back through the pivot at 60.021 and back through to 6,700 levels to then break through to 61s. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play. Moving across to Ethereum against US dollar, also bearish start. Going to need to see Ethereum move back through the pivot at 21.42 to take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 21.72. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Ethereum to break out from yesterday's high. There was at 2163.18. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, should see Ethereum target 2200 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 2193. Failure to move back through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 2121 into play. Barring an extended itself on the day, Ethereum should still well clear sub 2050s. Second major support level at 2092 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACDs, we had a bearish cross at the start of the day, supporting the early pullback on the EMAs. The 50 has narrowed on the 100 and the 200 as well, but nothing suggestive of a bearish morning ahead. Need to keep an eye on that. So keep through the early part of the day, move back through the pivot at 2142 and break out from Sunday's high 2163.18. to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will be in play. Moving across to Litecoin against the US dollar, particularly bearish start to the day here. Going to need to see Litecoin move through the pivot at 255 to take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 261. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Litecoin to break out from 255 levels. However, so buying an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and Sunday's new swing high 262.98 to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, should see Litecoin target the second major resistance level at 270 before any pullback. Failure to move through the pivot would bring this first major support level at 246 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should stay clear of second major support level, sitting at 240. Looking at the MACD's got a widening of the bearish histogram this morning, supporting this early downside. On the EMA, the 50 has flattened on the 100 and 200 as well, so need to keep an eye on that. So keep through the early part of the day, move through the pivot at 255 and back through to 260s to then target the yesterday's swing high 262.98. Failure to do that and support levels will remain in play. Looking at Ripple's XRP against the US dollar, also bearish start. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP move through the pivot at 1.3795 to take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 1.4696. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Ripple's XRP to break back through to 1.4s. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's new swing high 1.49667 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ripple's XRP target 1.6 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 1.5868. Failure to move through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 1.2623 into play. Barring an extended sell on the day, Ripple's XRP should stay clear of the 23.6% fib at 1.1841. Second major support level sits at 1.1722. Looking at the MACD, it's got a widening of the bearish histograms at the turn of the day, supporting this pullback. On the EMA, the 50 has also flattened on the 100 and 200, but not suggestive of a sell-off. So keep an eye on that. So key through the early part of the day, move through the pivot at 1.3795 and back through to 1.4 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failures to do that and support levels will be in play.